Morphling, this hero has been kind of busted, right? We've seen Morphlings just not get touched in lane, come out with some massive items, and really destroy people in even mid to late game team fights.
Yeah, the kind of Manta Panda BKB territory is when it turns to like demolishing people. And he has the follow-up. I mean, that's gonna be much needed. Only thing I'm worried for Team Jigglin, not the only, but the main thing that I think in the mid game that they may lack damage. Once the Tide picks up the Vlads and something, maybe a pipe, and there's like drums mech from Chen with the Hand of God, and the Tiny and Monkey are already tanky on their own. It's like, how much damage can this Jigglin lineup do? So it's the main concern. And the laning stage. I think it's so important for them to not get ran over by this Chen Tide.
Yeah, because it can build up very quickly.
Yeah, it's just gonna create so many different issues down the line. It's gonna like be a butterfly effect. They want to have stable game.
A late smoke here out of Jigglin. It was spotted by Avulus with the couple of dire wards they already placed across the river. So I'm pretty sure Avulus know where they're headed. Stormstormer, yeah, he drew the line into the Ancients. He's now pinging that high ground. He's got a very solid idea where that Observer ward was placed. So Eki is going to come and get the D ward. Nice little start for them there. And Bounty Runes, 2 for 2. I got a little bit confused there. It's early morning. Apologies. Looking at the log, my brain lags. But now, 2 for 2. Now we get ourselves into these lanes. Tiny versus Pango mid. Copy against Stormstormer. Yeah, if you are just joining us here, DreamLeague Season 25 Western European Qualifiers. Avulus against Jigglin. And Jigglin, go check their Wikipedia. Lots of known names and players with Mind Control making his return. That should be exciting to see them all play.
Hoppy versus Stormstormer. German derby on mid.
Yeah. Very true.
Prevail. Hoppy actually replaced Stormstormer announced last season. Maybe a little bit of a redemption game for Stormstormer here.
Little grudge match.
I wouldn't say grudge, just to prove yourself a little bit more. But I'm mostly interested about this top lane. Like, there's a lot of shenanigans happening.
What's going on there? So Bat has pulled the wave behind the tower. What, because they don't want to lane honorably into a Monkey King, huh?
It's also... It's just like... There's opportunity for shenanigans if both camps are blocked. Sometimes you can just go for it, especially versus hero like a Chen that doesn't really provide much to stop it on level 1. Currently 8 for 4 on this Monkey King. That's the lane that I'm looking for Avulus and the Jigglin. Like for Avulus, I'm looking that lane to go very well, so they kind of dictate the tempo of this first 7 to 8 minutes, where Jigglin needs to not let it slip. And
Eki? He's dead, isn't he?
He is.
First blood for the Enchantress. And this Morphling, getting all the way across there with the waveform.
Not the easiest matchup for Lion. Picking Lion into Ench is not always easy. You struggle like playing on the side and blocking these camps, but that's not what they picked. They picked it for this Morphling.
Yeah. Have better avenues to control the Morphling up, get the damage in. But yeah, that top lane, kind of important there, right? You're making this point about Jigglin not allowing that ball to get away from them, because as soon as Avulus, have a good start top, Chen starts making twin gate rotations. He plays in the bottom lane. Morphling gets booted out of lane. Monkey King can start, laning 1v2 when he's strong enough. Tiny starts rotating. And all the pieces start moving from Avulus. It gets scary for Jigglin.
Right. The hardest thing about mid, let's say glyph pop, a copy.
Stormstormer taking a lot of damage. And Copy still has some bottle charges to use.
Be interested if any of these supports rotate for the 4-minute watermark. definitely make a difference here.
Yeah, like last hit wise, they're
he's going for the bounty? No, he's just threatening. Batrider will secure the bounty or not. Oh, I will be so happy if that happened.
something for Stormstormer at least. And 4-minute rune coming up. We're going to see some supports move in, guard the water runes. Enchantress down at bottom, Batrider moving top, but Stormstormer was already there to grab it up.
With 3 heroes for Radiant on this mid lane. The crazy early rotation, Lion Teep is in.
Yeah, defending this Tiny with the Lion here as best they can. Stormstormer with the Fairy Fire, turning and fighting, but with the 3 heroes from the Radiant, they're able to bring him down.
That's the early as it gets, Garrett, bringing him all forward to mid. And he's gonna make another go.
Looking for a bonus kill.
Not gonna be any help. That's a kill after a TP on this Lion.
That's painful for Avulus. A double kill for Copy as well, so now he's, a quarter of the way through level 5. He's going to hit 6 very fast. And all of a sudden gives... I keep looking at the players and Copy has the Nouns tag, and I'm like, that gives Nouns the ability to go and play with this... No. It's not. It's Jigglin.
Jigglin.
But having that early Rolling Thunder is such a valuable tool to, play into side lanes, or even at minute 6 with the active route to try and play into mid.
Yeah, maybe the most important hero for Jigglin to get the
Avulus.
good start.
They go up top. Lane Ward spots the mind control Dawnbreaker, and with the Monkey King pouncing over, they'll get the kill there. Man, the understanding of these players, though, like knowing that there's a ward there just from that move. Yeah, they saw me. There's no way they could have gone on me there when I was hiding in the fog.
These are trained professionals, Garrett.
They are.
Expect them to do it. 6-minute rune is gonna be as he's gonna check the wards. I don't know. Something's around. Very important moment. Can't deny this rune from Pango, it will be big.
Where's it going to be? It's down at bottom. An invis for Pango.
Too much. He's doing the Malrine build where he's rushing the Diffu. Very interesting. Work well against this Tide Monkey. But nonetheless, side lane is going very, very well for Avulus. That's the price you pay if you bring both supports and in the 4 mid. Like your side lane is gonna struggle a little bit. Tide and Monkey kind of having games of their life.
Seneko getting run at though. Top jungle dived here by the Jigglin heroes from the top lane. Seneko eventually going to tick over to the Firefly and the sticky napalms, or maybe not. He heals himself up with some 1 charges. Stormstormer and Eki join, but Copy comes in from behind. Slays the Chen. Now Jigglin going to retreat out, return to their lanes, because minute 7, Smiling Knight on the left-hand side grabs the Wisdom Rune, while the Enchantress on the eastern side of the map takes that one.
Heads up play from Smiling Knight. It's very important he secures the Wisdom. But both supports are busy on Avulus. They couldn't secure their own.
So is Tide good against Morphling in lane? Or how has this all gone down?
It should be 50-50, you know. Morphling cannot pressure the Tide, you just ran up, you anchor smash, you remove his damage, and then it's not so easy to deny create. But Smiling Knight, there's a double gate rotation with Lelis. That's 4 heroes here.
He uses Wukongs, trying to zone them away, and Stormstormer arrives with the Avalanche tossed back in towards Smiling Knight, tries to dodge the waveform damage, and Avalanche from Morphling takes down the Monkey King. Now Stormstormer, kind of an awkward spot here.
Ziba's coming.
That's a big ravage. If Ziba comes in with it, launches the tentacles across the kill mind control, looking at Lelis now, tossed forward, and he'll get the secondary kill.
Beautiful ravage from Ziba, keeping this tree line. A Morphling? Oh, mana should be fine.
A little spooky. Good rotation out of Avulus, protecting that top tier 1, stopping that big rotation. They lose the Monkey King though.
Yeah, but they kind of lose the Monkey and then they 2v4 them while the supports are getting much needed. Much needed break on Eki and Sonico. We need some. I mean, Poppy was not part of it. He was farming mid and he's finishing up this diffusal. Really good final hit. That's a Meepo.
Yeah, flame break pushes him back, but he's stunned. Good enough for now to hold them away. This Chen's still dead though. As they're able to chase him down. That could be an answer here though from Avulus as the Monkey King leaps across the trees. He drops down to stun up the Pango before he can get any Rolling Thunder off. Well executed by Avulus there, again reacting and turning around the aggression from Jigglin back towards them.
Punishing this kind of overcommitment. I think Chen proved to be a little bit too tanky than they expected, you know. They start killing, there's like stick charges, Lotus, whatnot, and they dive a little bit and Avulus reacting. But perfect time. Yeah, this as we keep saying, the strongest hero on Jigglin, the most important hero.
Yeah, play through him. I don't know, I still kind of want to come back to this safe lane from Jigglin.
Yeah.
Morphling Enchantress, they got first blood, they looked pretty good, and then we had this whole situation where everyone ran mid, right? And you say it's kind of meant to be 50-50, but this is now Tidehunter with 4,500 net worth. He's what's his last hits and denies? 65 and 15? Morphling was quite a fair way behind this Tide for a long time. We'll come back in a second because, of course, there's more aggression coming. A Rolling Thunder around his bottom rune spot, crashing into Stormstormer with Mind Control and Lelis both there. Tiny dies. Gush. Zibe with Eki. A stun onto this Bat Rider, but the tree was brought down, so Monkey King lands with a third stunned as he hits the river. And the turnaround here from the Morphling and Pango gets Copy another double kill. Now Sonico being run at. Zibe doesn't have Ravage or anything. He does now. He could Soaring to use it, but it's far too late. A triple kill for this Pango. They'll leave the Tidehunter just to walk away, it looks like. A big victory down in that river for Jigglin.
Big diffusal debut for Copy, getting a triple kill. In standard stuff, you know. Rolling Thunder into a Solar Guardian. Avulus thinks there's not much left in their tank, but they just brought everybody. Morphling was there, turning into Lion. Just too many too fast from the Jigglin.
I just brought the numbers. And that is the big strength of having this Dawnbreaker. Play wide out across the map. And then Solar Guardian in.
Ravage was like a couple of seconds away from cooldown while everybody was alive. He got it when Monkey King was already dead and Lion was dead, so...
And then he lost mana to use it as well.
You don't kind of want to use it solo because you're not really a damage dealer. So every time you want to use Ravage, you want to have some guy on top of it. And we saw again Morphling. I really like when they go for early ultimate points. You can just join all these early skirmishes and you're basically two heroes in one.
I mean, yeah, turning into Tiny or Lion. Like, turning into Tiny feels so good.
Yeah, because Tiny doesn't have an ultimate, right?
Exactly. Well, that Finger of Death into... Look, that's why, right? That's why it's so nice turning into Tiny, because he does that much damage. Alongside a Lion that helps out, yeah, sure. This Avalanche Toss combo is big.
I feel like Copy either underestimated the damage between Eki and Stormstormer, or just overestimated how much help can MC bring from this Solar Guardian. Even if it was a little bit earlier, the burst was just way too big there. Big kill.
Yeah, he also had... Copy also had raindrops for a long time, but no longer has them. I'm wondering if that's also a difference, where he's like, I felt tanky before, the raindrop saved me. No longer has them. Avulus making a move down south. Morphling has evaded them, going through the Twin Gate. And Eki here smokes, trying to get some vision over the Enchantress. But they'll focus on the objective. Chen and Tide go for the tier 1. And the same kind of move being made by Jigglin up top. But it's not going to be a free one. Eki TP's up here with Stormstormer. They've got a Blink Avalanche Toss with the Ravage comboing on this Morphling and Dawnbreaker. MC is dead. The tier 1 denied. But the Morphling, can they catch up to him to finish off 4-2-3? He turns into Monkey King and then dies to this Diffusal Blade of Smiling Knight.
best item you can buy early, but they're not done.
Tiny?
Pulse back.
Stormstormer somehow sprints forward, finds another target to go on. Lelis pounced upon by this monkey, inhibited by the defusal, slowed, and a double kill for the Monkey King.
Oh, it looked like a free tower for Jigglin, but Avulus
It did.
making this timely rotation. 3 big kills. You know, they have the Lads, they have the Defu, they have the Chen Lion. They're more... Everybody is ready to fight. They're gonna get the wisdom from it. Ooh. Perfect rotation. You know, if you opt for this Defu and Monkey, like, you better make it to use, because it doesn't help you scale that much if you're not winning the fights.
You are investing in aggression. You want to go and fight. And he's got the teammates to fight with him. Eki, Stormstormer, and Lelis having a bit of a head-to-head in the mid lane. And it's going to be Stormstormer avalanching and tossing the bat, but not going for any follow-through.
Kind of playing with their food. Avulus, not much. You know, they're just smart to not commit. There's the Solar Guardian, there's the Rolling Thunder. You don't just want to go on some guy with 3 heroes, like, fully commit. You kind of want to poke the bear until you're sure you have the resources to kill them.
And with those tier 1s dying, kind of funnels Avulus into this mid-tier 1 tower for an attempt there. So a nice spot for Jigglin to defend around. And they bring the numbers in. A couple smoked on the right-hand side. But Zibe's the one hero that shows. They can't go on a tide. He's level 11 with level 3 Kraken Shell of Vlad's. A ton of HP.
Does he have Shard on Tide? That's gonna be pretty big in this game. So annoying for everybody, basically.
Very irritating.
Make a 4-man smoke. They wanna go for this mid tower. They wanna make it nicely. The dragon is there. Place a ward behind the tower. Ready to strike.
I'm tired of just hitting buildings. But yeah, bring the Chen army. Come and help me out. There's no blink on bat yet. Lelis is a couple of 100 gold away from it, sadly. So no jump from Jigglin. It's going to be the Stormstormer Tiny launching himself onto this Enchantress. Getting a kill, and now they're pinging the Dawnbreaker bottom. I saw Mind Control pushing the wave, and he's under dire vision currently.
Wait, this is the mid-game problem that we said Jigglin might stumble up on it. Like, Batrider is kind of useless. They don't have much damage for this Tide Chen lineup. They just need to delay a little bit until they're ready on Morphling to do damage and be another Pango item for more control.
Delay tactics.
Okay.
There's the anchor. Dead in the water. He's going to try and hit it down as he was leashed up. That Rider trying to offer a bit of protection with the Flame Breaker. Now the Solar Guardian in onto Copy. Jigglin making a meal out of this fight down bottom as they lasso Eki and drag him back in. MC at half HP. The Blade Mail returns a fair amount of damage. Copy still alive somehow, but in comes the Monkey King with a Wukong's command. Aims at Mind Control's Dawnbreaker. Going to get turned on with a Starbreaker though, as they've lost their Pango and Dawnbreaker now. That Rider long gone, and Stormstormer makes the reappearance down his bottom lane, catches the Morphling out. He turns into Tiny for a second, but Tiny against Tiny, I think this Morphling version of 4-2-3 is going to lose out in this battle as Avulus hammer down on Jigglin.
They try to fight it back, but I don't think it's the way to fight for Jigglin. Like, getting your Pango initiated, yes, to have the Solar Guardian, but he dies in the first seconds of the roll. Is all the damage you have besides a little bit from this Morphling. And it's just not the way you want to start this fight. It's the perfect thing for Avulus. This Tide in front, just chasing annoying your Pango. Literally unkillable. Doing whatever he wants. It's a huge, massive victory. And they have really deep vision on Avulus. They want more.
They do. When they see all of bot lane, they see all of this enemy Ancients area, and Stormstormer is given vision by the Lion there to blow up Copy and this Enchantress on top. A double kill for Zipe's Tide Hunter.
I mean, this is a masterclass. Is this Zibe or 33 Tide? I don't know. Look at him go. Okay, maybe a little bit ahead of himself. He's taking no damage.
Like, honestly, Zibe is like world-class offlaner if he's given the right heroes in the right circumstance. You know, I've seen some games where he's been given an Underlord against the Monkey King, and he's just like, what am I meant to do? I'm the sacrifice here. But in games like this where he's given a good Tide game, he looks incredible.
I mean, it's
and
good.
Tide is a dumb, boring hero, but players like 3-3 and Zibe make it look interesting.
I mean, once you get like, he has 23 Kraken Shell stacks, so like basically takes no damage, you know? Tide is a kind of a hero that you don't really want to give such a good start to. You know, they made the early rotations to the mid lane, and then, you know, all the heroes to buff him up from Chen, more control from Lion. Like, he has nothing to worry about in this game, really. At least not for a long period of time.
Before that fight in the bottom right corner broke out, we were literally just talking about how this is such a good timing for Avulus, you know, with his drum solar crest, the multiple blinks, the diffusal blade, the Tide shard, this toss back gets the kill on the Pango, which is nice. But we were just saying, Jigglin kind of have to weather the storm and wait things out for a little bit. They want this Manta Morphling. The Batrider was close to blink. Pango would love to have Ags. They needed, you know, a couple more minutes, but they wanted to try and force this fight.
They either needed like a item to play off or a position to play off, like somewhere on their vision, on their terms, on how they want to fight to start and make the difference. Instead, they kind of just got baited, right? There's like Avulus seen from like a broad perspective, maybe they were a little bit over chasing something.
Stormer?
Stormer?
Oh, he nearly found him.
All of them. I get spotted by the Lord. Fermentor's trade.
Some quick movement out by Jigglin. Morphling going through the twin gate up the top. 4-2-3 trying to find a bit of space for himself as this map gets small and very dark for Jigglin. Radiant Ancients taken up by the Dire team. Tiny's going to go through the twin gate top and rejoin them. It looks like they're just going to try and choke that Jigglin map out. Even a free wisdom rune for them. Yeah, this is where life gets kind of hard for Jigglin. If it wasn't hard enough already.
It's pretty hard. There's some things to look to. Maybe the fight on your vision with the Clark Gardner rolling time. Maybe this Ange can start dishing some damage. 4 points in impetus. Manta on Morphling, you know. If you get to set your own terms, where you're the one initiating and constantly standing these heroes, and Morph and Ange get to dish out the damage while that catches one of these supports. Well, if everything goes right, there is a way, but it's gonna require Avulus to slip up, to run into a position where it's favorable for Jigglin.
BKB straight out of Smiling Knight, trying to chase this Morphling down. They need a stun and they've got it. Stop him, going through the twin gate. And 4-2-3 hunted down in the outer ring of the jungle, right outside of a Roshan, which Avulus can go and take. And now they've got Aghanim's Tidehunter as well. A big gush.
This Monkey King build being out totally long. BKB, Defu. Yeah, but pace and
Yeah, it's a little freebie.
yeah, I see just, you know, getting a creep from a wave, just trying to do whatever he can to delay a little bit of the game. Make sure his cores get some of the crucial items.
Still is a pretty potent high ground defense. And this Batrider Blink Lasso is always going to be annoying. And Chantress and Morphling, decent range damage. But we've already seen, you know, Storm at 3,000 health on this Tiny feels bold enough to just go diving behind tier 3s to toss people back. When he has this BKB on Tiny, that's only going to get even bolder.
As we always say, it's not only 3000 health, it's the Solar Crest, it's the Drum Sleds, it's the Hand of God, it's so many different buffs for him. And then, you know, if you're going on Tiny, that means Monkey's kind of having a free fight. Lion is having a free fight. So many different things to worry on Jigglin side. But the damage is the main issue right now.
That's the thing, right? It's like not necessarily going on Tiny, but if Tide and Tiny go on you and you can't see the other heroes, things get very hard. Like, Avulus have 2 unkillable heroes right now, and then a 3rd hero has the Aegis. Try and find Eki. That's the one they can kill. It's the Lion. Good spot by Jigglin. Finds the Lion. Now they run away from the Tiny. That's the game plan. Guerrilla tactics. Sneak in, you strike, you get a kill, you run away. Run to the hills.
You take what you can. You said it perfectly. Rolling Thunder Force?
Is this a Rolling Thunder to run away? Yes.
Thinking about maybe turning, but as you said, Aegis on this Monkey King. Titan, Tiny, literally unkillable. Please at least Lion and Chen. No Rolling Thunder, man.
Dead in the water on him. Solar Guardians coming in from Mind Control. Ravage though. Zibe has the lockdown. Copy dead with a toss back on MC. They send this Dawnbreaker back in towards the Monkey King, and the Morphling already making a move in. Very deep. Surrounded by Avulus heroes now, and getting Finger of Death down into oblivion, while Smiling Knight does lose the Aegis, but it's looking pretty disastrous for Jigglin right now. They're getting wiped in their base. Behind tier 4s, they'll lose every one of their 5 heroes. Zibe's Tide picking up a double kill. The wicked, sick Tide Hunter having a grand old time. While the rest of his team goes and focuses objectives.
Running circles around Throne. He's putting salt on the wound. I mean, that's it. That's about it for Jigglin in this game. Every time they didn't have the Rolling Thunder, Avulus just perfectly using the opportunity jumping. Yes, we have the Dawnbreaker ulti, but Morphling comes in 1v4. Nothing to present, you know? These heroes are way too tanky. Maybe Tide was 30% HP, but there was nothing left in the Jigglin bag to like throw at them anymore. Now they're probably gonna go for like a last smoke. When you have Rolling Thunder, no Ravage, you wanna try something together, because it seems for like what, minute 10 they didn't kind of connect their heroes together.
Let's see Stormstormer. The toss.
Whoa.
He's trying to toss the creeps. Tosses the bat. Now in comes the cavalry. Stormstormer's still going to die likely here, but the Wukong's command and the damage out of this Monkey and Tide turning against Jigglin here. Tiny buys back, comes in with a vengeance. Slaying Mind Control. As this Dawnbreaker gets surrounded and gushed. The Batrider and the Lion so far the only ones to die. And Mind Control looks like he's dancing around them, even though he knows his fate is inevitable. Another Starbreaker, but Monkey King, his arrival will secure the kill.
They're so far ahead, Garrett, that even though you use all your spells to kill Tiny, he just buys back and comes immediately. Now, no Rolling Thunder. Make a way through this mid, but they don't have Ravage. Tide is super low. He's trying to recover the Ancients, and you don't have Arena either. So I think they should push too much here.
And they're pinging the ranged racks. And Stormstormer. BKB protects him. The Enchantress disappears. And so does the ranged barracks. Jump in from Monkey King. Smiling Knight and Eki straight in onto Copy and Lelis as well. These heroes just disappear. When Avulus get a sniff of them, they are jumping and killing you so quickly.
Avulus just saying screw you. You just have too many little spells, and Stormstormer again, Outback, Lion's Time.
And a Ravage for good measure. 4-2-3 has made his move in, looking at Smiling Knight, but even with the tiny spells and a BKB, this Morphling unable to stand his ground, unable to deliver. GG called. Game 1 for Avulus. Coming out of that laning stage, you know, felt kind of good for Jigglin. They did well. This draft looked like it was working. And then you said it, right? Kind of minute 10, minute 12, they had to stall and wait. they were all of a sudden stuck in the mud waiting for items while Avulus were just 5th gear running at you.
Like, it's almost unstoppable. You may delay the Darkseid timings a little bit, but this Nyx is gonna have a hell of a game.
Prepare for battle.
And they switched up, by the way. Lawless will be taking the task, and Batrider on SA will be going to this safe lane.
So Tusk Mars lane. I guess level 2, you probably feel a bit stronger there with your Tusk up top to maybe get a kill on Lich, turn around on a Monkey King. Definitely good turnaround potential. And then that gives you the range support with a melee hero safe lane, I guess is what they're looking at too. Bat can chase the Nyx around. Meepo can maybe lane against this Darkseer. We'll see how it goes though. There's another late smoke.
Potted the smoke. Especially because Monkey plays the subs and turned out of Mischief. I thought this is gonna be instant devour by Jigglin, but you don't dare to risk the sentry.
I mean, the exact thing happened in the previous game, right? This observer ward watched them smoke. They saw them coming. They knew they were high ground warding over towards the Dire Ancients. They got the D ward as Avulus.
Right.
This time around, a little bit different from Jigglin. But yeah, Meepo. You've been testing me or trying to test me on these innates and facets and stuff. Meepo's facet and innate. We don't see this hero a whole lot. Divided we stand can now be upgraded at level 3 and every 7 levels afterwards to a max of 4. 4 levels of your ulti. Duplicate Meepos receive 85% of the main Meepo's bonus attributes. Stats are good. And then you get an extra choice of neutral item to select from when you're making a choice from a token.
One of the one of the innates on the sad side, you know, like great.
One of the innates of the century. Should be on the cover of Time magazine, this innate.
See, level 1. I think there's a lot of pressure on this Meepo to do well in this lane. Because Meepo Batrider should be much stronger than this Nyx Darkseer.
Yeah, Nyx notoriously weak in the early portions of the game. Darkseer relying on Iron Shells to try and get to level 3 as quickly as possible. And this is where Batrider just gets up in their face, already forcing Eki out of the lane. And safeguarding his small camp for the meantime. We do have a sentry ward on the Bat. If needed. And look, like the Batrider has done 50% damage to both of these heroes, right? He is solo zoning Darkseer and Nyx, and even threatening a kill on Zibe. And maybe actually getting a kill on Eki? No? Flamebreak pushes him to high ground where there's a path to cut through. Just walks away.
Exactly what we want to see from Jigglin. I mean, the Bat can literally 1v2 this lane for a very long part. He has to do exactly that, because if these two heroes, Nyx and Darkseid, their weakest point is low 1. They're basically 2 creeps. If they get these first few waves for free, it only gets harder from that point. So,
like when Nyx Darkseid get level 3, they are so scary. .423 throws the net at the Nyx. The flame break is well placed here as Eki is going to get clicked down by the Bat for first blood. Good strong start from Jigglin in that bottom lane, while Lelis up at top is dying. The Frost Shield and the clicks from Seneko. At least get a trade out on the map across these side lanes.
But we wondered if it's going to happen. We expected this double melee versus Monkey. It's something he does very well against. Wondering if there's a way to turn it for Jigglin. There's just
Jigglin.
something to it. And now 2 clarities, 1 Eki. He's gonna start doing the next things.
Yeah, keeps aggro on the creeps.
That's the 3rd stack.
That's a fair amount of damage from the Bat. 4 stacks of sticky. Eki with these boots trying to sprint away. He'll courier snipe on his way through. But does he die here? He turns and stuns.
Ooh, another stack. Should be enough. Chasing down. 8 seconds.
Yeah, Flame Break's ready. Maybe he can deny himself to neutrals. He can try, but does not succeed. Batrider really a very potent force in this bottom lane, giving Meepo that free farm. 15 and 4 for 4-2-3. A lot of numbers, a bit of a mouthful. And so far, these two side lanes, even with losing the Tusk, going decently because the Mars is top of the last hits up at top lane, protected by Lilith nicely. It's just mid lane, poking my head in here. I saw the sniper was quite a bit behind the Tiny in last hits, but it looks like Copy has now caught up and evens the playing field. Is Sniper meant to do super well in this lane? Does Tiny get away with it?
I'm not entirely sure how this lane goes, but I would assume until like level 4 or 5, it should be pretty 50-50 because just the nature of how Tiny works. He just has so much HP and sustain. He can just outlast hit you. But once the harass starts adding up, then maybe Sniper can threaten him. Please. Almost neck to neck right now on the mid lane. Eki, every time he nukes the big creeps in the jungle, SC is there to kind of share the XP, so...
Just running around circles in the jungle. Seneko spent all of his mana. And Lelis still lurking. Well, Eki still having a fun time bottom with his Batrider. Who just got supports chasing each other through the forest. While the core heroes gather up all the farm in the side lanes. And Darkseer, the victim of all this, it feels like.
Yeah,
15-0 for Zibe.
with amount of like advantage 4-3 got for first few waves, it all added up that when he was eventually left 1v1 versus Darkseer, already weak hero, right? 1v1, and he just started doing very well. And I didn't make a goal. 0 mana on this Darkseer. Stick charges, but ooh, flame break good. Is it enough? It is.
I will get away from there. Batrider's still going to go hunting. At least it keeps the Meepo happily farming. You've again zoned the Nyx and the Darkseer away from lane. And then Batrider shifting in towards mid, looking at this Tiny. Shrapnel damage.
Glyph. It'll be hard to dive this tower, but... Sniper probably closing on level 6, that's what they're playing for.
Stormstorm was going to run back to base. A bit of poking from the Batriders annoyed him too much. And meanwhile, top jungle again is Lelis against Seneko. Now the Assassinate's ready. Takes down the Lich up there. And spots out this medium camp that's stacked as well.
Nice rotations to the mid. They get a kill, they don't allow Tiny to get the power rune. Mid is going well, but the difference from the last game is the silence are going even better. Darkseer is gonna die.
Not much the Zibe can do there. Was he level 4 Darkseer? Just netted up, killed off by the magic nukes. From level 3 poof. Nice Batrider. Yeah, Batrider's level 3, but he just offers so much damage, speeding around the map with boots and windlace. He's going to get caught up here, though, with the Tiny and the Nyx. Trying to make the Batrider pay for all the nonsense he's been causing. But he gets over the trees, dodges the toss forward of the tree, gets away. Meanwhile, 4-2-3, killing Seneko. The Lich dying at the Twin Gate down south. As Monkey King pounces over the trees looking for a Wisdom Rune steal, it looks like. But the 1-for-1 trade across. And yeah, everywhere you look, there's a little bit of action here, a little bit of action there. All these tiny moves being made. Trying to upset the balance of the game. As Jigglin, so far, laning stage going okay for them with a 1k lead overall.
Look at this, Aki. I mean, this is about the Darkseer next. This is so annoying. Like, you own them so hard in the laning stage, whatnot, but what? They just go and farm the ancient stack and minute 7. Just using blue mechanics to their advantage. But as you said, a big winner from this laning stage so far is 4-3. Gonna have a couple of kills. This exactly what the doctor ordered for this Meepo. Gonna go into default eggs as we thought he will, and
yeah,
would expect him Only to be even more and more active before these supports actually get activated. Or Stormstormer?
Yeah, getting gone on here by a Tusk and a Bat. Another Shrapnel with a Firefly over top, and the
Or
damage.
hero here.
It's a lot to contend with. Assassinate is required in the end. They even brought, Mind Control with an
Meepo
arena ready in
came.
case there was any kind of reaction.
Yeah. Luckily for Avulus, they didn't react, because there was 5 heroes there from side of Jigglin. Kind of putting up a speed on, and they want to contest this stack.
Come in and steal it.
I say contest, and they just gonna straight up take a Lich will share the experience, but not what he envisioned when he made the stack.
Gonna try and grab some for himself, but it's majority cleared out already. While that's happening, Copy brings this tier 1 tower down to sub 500 health. So the next time around, next catapult wave, they could probably kill the tier 1 mid completely. And Avulus playing catch up. 5 kills down, 1k net worth deficit as well. Zibe and Eke back to farming ancients and stacks over on the right side of the map. And that creates a big old vacuum, 4-2-3 to fill. The Meepo is farming lane and jungle at the same time very efficiently. And kind of, Jigglin kind of happy with this laning stage extending. They've not had to break it down and move around. That means Sniper's happy just sitting in his lane, flourishing and hitting creeps, waiting for every wave to arrive to him. But Avulus don't feel like they have to rush into any big moves, right? They're also looking for these timings. But Invis nicks with the Iron Shell on him. Nearly solo kills Mind Control there. But he's going to Arena Spear, and the TPs are here. In comes the rest of Jigglin to bring down the next assassin.
A while for MC to figure out what's happening, but at the end of the day, Aki overextended and died. Amplified damage. Pulse back, and I see. Now Sniper with his amplified damage gonna come in big.
The big hits onto Seneko and the shrapnel to finish him. Stormer does get the trade on the Batrider at least. It also looked like the Monkey King was wanting to get involved. Leapt across the trees, but doesn't see any opportunity to strike.
Monkey King is the hero with the best laning stage from the Avulus, and now with no arena, he wants to get involved. He's switching up the build, no default this time around. Play a little bit more for scaling, going for Maelstrom first.
And Avulus very much waiting for Zibe to hit his first item. Get some more stacks going, try and get this Darkseer to mech. He can put some level 4 Iron Shells on people. Like Eki, who runs forward, vendetted and smoked, spots Copy, and starts things off with that Frost Shield and a stun. They find the Sniper, and there's just no real way for Copy to get out of there, with teammates or without. They do turn, though, at least to get the kill on the next assassin, as Avulus evacuate the mid lane. And Stormstormer holds back the Batrider, who is still level 5. No stuns coming.
Lucky to get only with the Nyx as a casualty there, I would say. His Meepo is insanely strong.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Level 10.
I mean, this Meepo hero gets very scary very quickly. He's hidden, tucked away, farming jungle, hits his first item, pops his head out, says hello, gets a kill. As we're speaking about him, he's pausing.
Lag? In reality, it's control groups, guys. Didn't play Meepo in a while. Need to figure things out.
Hotkeys, hotkeys. My quick cast isn't working.
Oh, level 6 on bat. I feel that was pretty lacking. Because all these skirmishes, like people TPing out, Tiny, just getting away when there could be bonus kills. Let's see how he puts that to use. A lot of action on it. MC again. Looks like he came for every power room. He wants to get involved. He's paying the price though. He's the lowest farm chord on the map. kind of expected him from this lane stage to have more than this Arxir, who was like left on his own for first 10 minutes of the game.
But then, like you said, they just abused the mechanics of Iron Shell, and now they're doing it even further onto Copy. I mean, deja vu as they slay the sniper in the mid lane. At least a bit of an answer this time, though, from the back and the Tusk in towards Zibe, while the rest of them chasing down the Nyx to take down Eki. So a couple of heroes in the exchange there. And Meepo getting involved and showing his strength.
Like, kind of a 50-50 trade. Because the monkey was farming while Meepo was rotating. And Avulus just hitting where they can, you know? I think Jigglin needs to do a better job of protecting the sniper, because maybe he's the only target that they can go for.
Maybe have Copy just, play from fog, play from trees, clear the wave, then go back to jungle. That's twice in a row he's been found by this Eki Nyx. And that's given Avulus a bit of time here. Definitely put a bit of fear into Jigglin. So Monkey King, Tiny, they can farm back through the jungle. I'm going to hit that Maelstrom timing now, as well as the Blink. So it seems like a pretty good time here to gather up and go again. A minute 14 means Wisdom Rune for Seneko first. Yeah, they're going to TP mid and smoke out with this Stormstormer Blink Dagger reveal. Everybody hold hands. This is the big show from Avulus.
Everybody's missing from Avulus' side, so Jigglin should be pretty aware of what's happening. Maybe Lelis trying to kind of tank it a little bit.
Yeah, he does. The scan was there from Avulus on the mid lane. It turned red on the sniper, and I'm like, no, not again. We're going to have 3 in a row. But like you said, more protection for the sniper. Lelis is there as a bodyguard.
Here is the bodyguard Lelis here, and on the other side, Batrider picked up the dagger. Oppie is gonna finish the camp, and as soon as Tusk respawns, I think they're gonna go for a smoke of their own.
They should feel pretty strong alongside this Meepo, who is about to finish off his Aghanim Scepter. Currently under dire vision, or was for a second, so they've seen 4-2-3 move through that bottom jungle. Radiant Ward is going to watch Stormstormer and a couple of other members of Avulus swing out that bottom lane. So Jigglin knows that this Mars and Tusk can play through the top jungle, maybe go hunting for someone, while in the mid lane, they get a grab on the Tiny. Copy and 4-2-3 here, helped out by the lasso to get on top of Stormstormer. Good connection from Lelis and Mind Control as well there, right? There's 3 heroes that run down mid to go on the Tiny, but again, Jigglin are ready for the full 5-on-5. They've brought numbers.
Maybe it's hurting them a little bit more than... It's only good you bring additional numbers if enemy responds. If enemy just kind of pushing silence, not responding, then you're kind of overcommitting and losing on efficiency, but nonetheless, a really good dagger reveal.
Debut.
As you see, by this Monkey King HP and resources, you see the game plan from Avulus. Like, just maybe get some pickoffs and something going with the Nyx, but otherwise just delay the game until we have timings of our own.
Yeah, not going for a full fight. Try and find this Meepo quickly,
big commitment.
But he's got his Aghanim Scepter. Turns into the big old totem pole. The Chain Frost is bouncing back onto Mind Control. The Mars is about to drop here as Eki will help finish him off. Meanwhile, Stormstormer trying to back up, run through his own wall to protect himself, but the Assassinate enough to finish him, while the Monkey King, now he's arrived in onto the Meepo to find the kill on 4-2-3. A 2-for-1 trade. Let's see if the chase can continue. And Monkey and Darkseer don't follow through, so the rest of Jigglin able to step back to their tier 1.
You know, I'm like, they wanna delay the game, they don't wanna take the inside, yada yada yada. Now this is like Chain Frost.
Has some good bounces.
How much damage did he do in this fight? Show fight recap.
Yeah.
3,000 damage at minute 16. That's a lot of damage.
There's a lasso. Again, missing out with any kind of follow through. And then Eki immediately vendettas straight towards mid lane. They saw mind control there, and they're going to scout him on the way out. Oh, MC tucked in the trees. Gets scanned, but he's found a little pocket of safety. A couple of circles drawn on the map.
Quite a setback here. Just showed it. All spells are ready. That fight started without Monkey King. He only joined at the end, but kind of Nyx and Lich together just killed Meepo and Mars. Yeah, there was all four involved, but it seemed that if they get the jump on their vision, Avulus already has more than enough in tank to kill these big tanky cores. That was the peak Meepo, you know. He had both Agonist and Defu.
Yeah, he was ready. It feels like classic Tiny shit, though, right? Like, if Mars wants to jump and catch someone, he has to expend Arena. 100-second cooldown. If Tiny wants to jump someone, Avalanche Toss are, what, 14 and 11 seconds cooldown? They can have so many rounds of fighting. Like, that fight, for instance, right? Stormstormer, fortunate to see the Meepo and get a jump and catch on him first to start the fight. Very easy for them just reset, run back, look for the next target, think about what to do next.
Yeah,
Mind Control has got to be so much more careful, and they don't have a secondary hero that really does that job.
You see them again, this Sport Sentry just doing God's work.
Two-man Avalanche Toss. Nice. With a Chain Frost and that Impale from Nyx Assassin, it's perfectly combined. And they still have Vacuum Wall here. They'll drag this sniper around, catching out Copy, beating him with his own illusion, while Smiling Knight did get found. That Arena and
Copy's
the
fighting
Meepo
back.
taking him down. Copy's fighting back. Eki nearly dies, but the sniper finally gets shredded. As Avulus looks to retreat, running away from this Mars and Meepo. Mind Control, chasing Seneko. No spear, but they've got the net here. 4-2-3 arrives in the nick of time to pick up a bonus kill.
There's the strength of Jigglin, you know, between Mars and Meepo. If they are not the one getting initiated, just Avulus just a little bit smarter about choosing the fights, or should I say they have more information? As I said, this observer ward is the second time in a row. It like gave them all the info and ability to make a better decision in the end and get another victory.
This Meepo is still freaking scary, though. Avulus, we've got to be careful towing the line playing against him. Avulus probably itching for their BKB timings now. Smiling Knight has started his. Still a couple of thousand away from it, though, as is the Tiny. So in the meantime, looking for these little pokes. Looking for information from the Eki Nyx. And the jumps from Stormstormer's Tiny. This dire vision gives them the perfect jump onto Copy. 43's here to at least kill the Nyx assassin. And a lasso on Tiny's good as well. But Smiling Knight, the Monkey King, and the Darkseer, they both arrive to save Stormstormer here. The Meepo goes into big mode, but this Mars Arena just doesn't do enough. Meepo's trying to fight back into the Monkey King. Smiling Knight stands his ground with Zibe and Stormstormer here to help out. 4-2-3 is doing a tremendous job staying alive and doing damage into the Monkey King, but the Lifestealer and this additional vacuum, too much to handle.
Ultra kill.
A full team wipe of Jigglin. And Avulus, this Stormstormer Tiny, just kicking things off time and time again.
Yeah, I mean, again and again, third time in a row, the 5 stars on the Avulus terms. Tiny, Stormstormer, and Eki get perfect initiation, Sniper gone, Meepo comes in, tries to clean the house. MC kind of suicides to protect him, but it's just not enough. They put all the eggs into this Meepo basket, it wasn't enough. Avulus just playing this fight more well-rounded, and it will turn into ultra kill for Monkey. Another huge step forward for them.
It really is always the same, though, right? It's like dire Observer Ward leads to Nyx or Tiny stepping forward, getting more information, forcing heroes to show, and then the collapse of Jigglin around these fights. But they'll try to get something on their terms now. They're making this jump, but they don't get a catch. The Eki Nyx is too speedy.
No lasso, no arena. It makes it a little bit harder to have a clean initiation. They missed their shot, and now Eki gets the break. Anything to break?
Mars, but
Nothing to write home about.
no.
Nothing to write home about. To break about.
Meepo ransack. Woohoo!
Woo! 23 minutes in, Meepo game. Rush has not fallen. They're into fighting mode. They wanted to find something quickly while some of these big spells were on cooldown, the Chain Frost and Arc Roll, but everything is ready.
Oh, and the carapace from Eki turns it around on this Mars. Lelis and Mind Control still going to follow through to kill him off, though. Yeah, no response from Avulus there. Tiny and Lich too far away on the map.
I think we take those if we're Jiggling, you know, you expand the arena, but you kill this bug, this annoying bug that killed your sniper again and again. Can they turn it into
Dire's
something
top
more?
tower is under attack.
And this is now where
Structures are
it feels like Meepo gets a little less scary. Sniper and Mars get a little less scary. Avulus have double BKBs on their cores. They've got Pipe and Mech on Darkseer.
They got the Frost Assassin activated.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
Blink, Shard, level 2 Chain Frost, level 4 Sinister Gaze, Frost Assassin locked.
Yeah, fighting into this as a 5-man is hard, but also just getting picked off by a Nyx Assassin, a Tiny. This Lich can add in that firepower.
Looking back at this game at like minute 10, 11, I would definitely not bet on Fire taking the first Russian.
No.
I feel like every Meepo game, you don't take the Aegis, a big setback, and Frost Assassin makes a blink mid. BKB is ready on Mars.
And the monkey with the frost shield on him already leaping across the treetops with the Nyx leading out. They found the sniper, blown him up. Lasso in the back trying to catch the Lich. They turn around and fight back into this Tusk and Meepo. Stormstormer and Smiling Knight with the help of the wall right over the top of 423. MC's Mars nearly dead. 43 is going to jump and kill the Nyx Assassin. But the cause of Avulus standing strong, battling back and looking for these little pests dug under the ground. Come out of here. Come out of your burrow. Your hole isn't safe. We're going to take you out. A triple kill for Smiling Knight. 4 heroes dead on the side of Jigglin. And Avulus yet again stamping their mark on this series.
This is perfect execution. You know, you lose to Spores, but not before you kill the sniper first. Every single fight. Nyx Assassin is just doing his job. Finding the sniper, killing him, then yeah, you kill me with arena. Nobody cares. Well, a single Nyx forces arena, kills the sniper, basically removes 2 of the cores from the fight, and then Meepo's left. We saw he did 10,000 or something damage, but that's not enough. You cannot win these fights on your own, basically. You need some help.
Where's the help coming from?
Top tower has fallen.
I think
A sixth hero.
the help is the...
Radiant's
Not sniper again. Or the sentry into Carapace stun turnaround. Eki and the Chain Frost. They nearly kill the bat. Should kill off Lelis here. He's going to snowball to get away from the Spire and the Chain Frost as Seneko dies to copy Sniper. But now the toss back. They're going to send him straight into the middle of the wall while Mind Controls die to the Monkey King. 423 will come into the tail end of this fight, already having 3 of his teammates die. And this is going to lead to the Meepo trying to Mega Meepo run away. Dodges the Wukongs down the wall, but you can't dodge the Stormstormer toss back. Sent right into the waiting arms of Smiling Knight's Monkey King. And it'll take a little while to bring the Meepo down. He is a tanky fella in his Mega Meepo mode. But Smiling Knight here with Zibe chasing forward. Tiny with the avalanche. A few more whacks and wallops of the big bone. And down he goes. Dead for 70 seconds. Avulus with 4 big teamfight wins in a row now. Off the back of this Aegis Monkey King. Running down mid lane and taking buildings.
Yeah. On the back of the constant initiations. Again, get the 6 starting, and this Monkey King is not really losing. He's not getting in danger of losing the Aegis. That's how strong they are in these fights. His BKB is solely for like removing the lockdown so he can do more damage when the arena is popped. It's not like a defensive mechanism, it's like aggressive one where it just allows him to do damage constantly. And that's the scary part, when enemy carry is free to do whatever the hell he wants, this is what happens.
That's complete freedom. And Eki Nix has gone from having a really sad early game, right, where he's sweating, running away from the bat, getting killed over and over again. Eki, it's his turn to be the bully.
That's why I
He's all grown
prefer
up.
the Avulus. Like, even though I kind of expected them to get crushed in this bottom lane, it's just eventually their heroes just hit their timing. Like, you can kill them a few times, but they have such mechanisms of coming back through farming jungle, farming these big creeps, and eventually now this Nyx Aki is just having quite an impact.
You know, setting up in multiple lanes as well. And they can play into mid, they can play into top. They'll choose top here with the Lich and the Monkey King. Your favorite Frost Assassin coming into play. And mind control zoned all the way back to his base. Eki's going to go back and grab the Wisdom Rune. Make sure all the resources on the map are being soaked up. And they'll kill a couple of tier 2s at the same time. Now this is when you know a game is hard, right? Enemy kills and pushes mid and top tier 2 at the same time and you are not responding.
They are tired of the sniper dying every single fight, 6 deaths on him, 29 minutes in. They want him to finish BKB, but...
They've found a Meepo here. He mega Meepos up. He's got Dig to play with. Poofing across to get a bit of distance. Dodges the Boundless. 4-2-3. He's trying to break away, but the Tiny and the Monkey King, they've got his number. Catching out the Meepo. Wait a second. Where's he gone now? He's dragged across to the left, or is he dug underground? He was dug underground, and then he'll die.
Doing every single little thing possible to delay this, but still not enough to survive. Now without Meepo, what's there to stop Avulus? Maybe, yes, you finish this sniper BKB, but that's a big price to pay.
Just to die a little bit slower.
A lot of like insta catch on Avulus, so it's not like a guaranteed impact and fight. Still doesn't solve the main issue of initiation.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's all down to mind control, basically. Mind control on this Mars with a Blink Arena immediately countered by the BKB from Tiny. So a 100-second cooldown now with no arena. So now you're relying entirely on the bat with his Blink Lasso Force to drag the Tiny back in towards the Tusk with a punch and a snowball. But meanwhile, MC blown up by the Chain Frost. Toss in, Lilith dead. And Stormer, okay, finally dies. Took them a long time. But they get a big kill. That's kind of worth it.
Get something at least. Much needed kill on this Tiny.
The fight recap is like dead even. Mars and a Tusk equals 1 Tiny.
I didn't really figure out what, like, I spaced out for a moment. I didn't figure out, did Lich insta Sinister Gaze Mars before he got his spells off? It looked like that Mars is dead, and that's the Frost Assassin right there here again.
Copy disappears. I mean, yeah. BKB on cooldown, he's dead. And Eki having a headset problem. What was the question? Did the Mars casters? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just looking at this Lich. It kind of seems like a better bet right there. Previously in Eastern Europe, we saw Lich struggle a lot, but here's Nico proving why this is the most popular position fight across the pubs. He's just blinking left, right, center. Chain Frost or not, he's getting instant initiation. He's like basically lasting people, setting up everything for his team.
Yeah, it's time for him to buy an Agnum Scepter, huh? Vacuum.
Yeah.
Vacuum into Sinister Gaze? That's terrifying.
8-man, fake him Sinister Gaze. Waiting
Oh, with
room. Let's go.
With all the Meepos, yeah, you're right. Goodness.
Gem of True Sight, removing all the vision. If the life wasn't already a despair for Jigglin versus Nyx Assassin.
I mean, it's the Nyx Assassin with Dagon level 3 now. Double damage rune down at bottom. And Jigglin trying to make one of these Hail Mary last-ditch plays. They see the Nyx Assassin. Eki forces mind control to BKB, and the Nyx just walks away from them. This is going to lead to the Monkey King getting a big boundless strike, a lot of damage onto 423. But Avulus, how disciplined must you be to not go running up that high ground there?
Darkseid tried to make a bacon play, but got lane break, so they don't need to risk much, Garrett. They're in such a good position. Basically, they cannot... Jigglin cannot win this game anymore. Avulus can only throw this game. But basically, we're at that point, and I think they're figuring out an Eki now. Doing the next things, like, why do you need to go high ground when you have Nyx Assassin?
Okay, don't.
This is a perfect opportunity for him to practice his ganking skill. Roll a ganker.
The roaming Nyx. I don't know, I'm a little disappointed. Oh, Tiny. Just kills Copy. The amplified damage makes the sniper disappear. Roshan was a fast spawn there, and I was kind of hoping that 423 would just walk in the pit and take a Roshan. You know, give a chance to Jigglin, but they don't get that information. They don't scout it.
We're at that territory of sneaking in Roshans, and that kill on the sniper from a Tiny kind of tells the tale of this game. Just evaporating. That's a mid laner of an enemy. That's their super strong hero, or at least supposed to be. He's no more in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, it disappears. Avulus reaping the rewards of all their sweat and hard effort. Mid lane gone, bottom lane soon to follow. But first, Jigglin, they want to put up a fight. They've killed the bug, squashed him down. The vacuum wall there from Zibe and a Wukong's command on this Meepo, causing issues for 423. Protected for now by a good spear back by mind control. And Avulus going to use this period to walk back and reconsider their options.
So far so good. They managed to defend 4 with 5. Yes, they use every single spell they ever had in their lives to kill the little bug. But you take what you can. You know, if all the spells of your entire team are required to kill the next assassin, can you do so? Monkey Gang, and E5. Basically 6 slaughter. They're gonna switch, as you said, to this Roshan. It's gonna be the priority. Sitting on this ob sentry, very patient. Smoke will break soon.
Mind control and Lelis snap into action, but that's a Stormstormer, 4,000 health,
Rush shield,
36 armor.
Solar Crest.
BKB if he needed it. I'll try and wrap around even deeper, but now that's left Lelis isolated. Yeah, I mean, what do you do now, Jigglin? You throw your spells, you try and do something, jump in with mind control, battle into Eki. The Nyx survives though, healed up, kept alive by the Darkseer. Meepo down. Yes, Jigglin have buybacks. Yes, they've killed the Lich. I'll try and punch back a little bit here, but a basher from Smiling Knight clears out copies. Sniper. Zibe and Stormstormer find that additional kill on the bat, while mind control left to his own devices drops the gem on his death as well. And it's 4-2-3 out on the map with Lelis, who have bought back and tried to push out lanes, hold out for dear hope in this game. But it feels like Avulus just have this one in the bag.
It's too much advantage at this point. They don't even have to play near perfect fights to win it. But they get the open again. Nyx kills the task. Yes, you buy back, but there's no real way to join the fight up here. And Monkey just proves to be too much. We spoke during the draft. How's this matchup? Yeah, you make Monkey not go mid lane, but during the game he has this shard. He can get on top of you every single time. Now with the basher, Sniper stands no chance.
Was it this game or was it game 1 where you were worried about the damage output of Jigglin?
It was, I emphasize on it more game 1, but
Okay.
this game around we kind of also talked that it's gonna be all on Meepo to do, because their heroes don't really synergize well with each other like the Avulus heroes do. You know, you constantly speak this vacuum into the next surges and shields on the tiny. It's just the combination just feels much more well-rounded, where, you know, Avulus is more like you pinpoint one guy and like throw everything at him, hope he dies. Fortunately, there's way too many problems to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at, you know, like 5,000 health tiny right now. Monkey King has 3,500. Plus Wukongs, plus all the armor you get, plus the fact that Stormstormer just blinks up high ground, kills the bat. Arena surrounds Avulus now, but they've got BKBs up, turning and fighting, punching down Lilith. They've lost their Frost Assassin, the Lich has died, but I don't think Avulus care all that much about him dying there, as the lasso drags this Zibe around, but the turnaround is Eki and Stormstormer landing the stuns under 4-2-3, zapping the Meepo down. The carry is gone for 2 minutes now, and Jigglin completely out of options.
Everybody's buybacking. Both Darcy and Lich, they feel this is their moment to end the game. No Meepo for 100 seconds. Are they gonna content farm?
Oh, doesn't get speared in the fountain, and the Frost Assassin bounces the Chain Frost in from the Spire onto the Mars. And GG is there. A pretty swift 2-0 victory from Avulus. Jigglin made them work a little bit harder for it in game 2. The Meepo was a cute pick, but Avulus absolutely well deserving of their victory in this series and marching forward in the upper bracket to the next round.